agents! In this week's video I'm going to talk about 10 things about divorced parents. I'm just gonna start right away. The first thing about divorced parents is that it sucks. No one wants their parents to get divorced. You go through this emotional roller coaster. All the people have their own opinions about it. Some people make a complete drama over it and think they know everything better than you do yourself. It just sucks. Second thing about divorced parents is you cannot always see your parents anymore because you don't live with them anymore. And sometimes there are things in your life that happen and you really want to share that with your dad or your mom, but you can't because they're not with you. You're not in their house, and that's just stupid. Third thing about divorced parents is you have to move because one and sometimes both of your parents are moving out of the house. You get into a complete strange house. You don't know the people who live there. You have to get to a new school sometimes. You have to meet all new people, and sometimes that can be very scary. Getting new neighbors, leaving all your friends behind. That fourth thing about your parents getting divorced is your parents are going to date other people, and that's really weird. Sometimes it's really scary because you have to meet them. For example, if your mom gets home with a new boyfriend, it's just kind of scary. You don't know if you would like the person, because what if you don't like him? It just sucks. Well, yeah, it's scary to meet the people your parents are dating. It's weird to meet them because sometimes it even feels like your parents have replaced each other, or your mom has replaced your dad, or your dad has replaced your mom for someone else. The fifth thing about divorced parents is that with new people, new relationships, come new families. And if your dad has a new girlfriend and she's going to move in, then you have to meet their family. You have to meet her family, and that can be scary too. Maybe you don't like them. Maybe they're weird or nothing like you. Maybe you don't like your new nephews or something. And then again, it feels like your old family is replaced, and that sometimes that doesn't just feel good. The pro side is that on your birthday you'll get more presents, so it's not all bad. Number 6 is different rules. When you're at your dad's and you want to go out with your friends, you have to get home at 3 o'clock, and you're okay with that. That's a good rule, and you will be home at 3 o'clock and it's all okay. But then next week you want to go out again, but you're at your mom's and she says, I want you to be home at 1 o'clock, and that's just 2 hours earlier. And that's just confusing, and your friends don't like that, you don't like it. The seventh thing about divorced parents is sometimes you don't know where you will be. If you want to make, for example, if you need to pack your bag because you go from your mom to your father, then it's like, Mom, am I with you this weekend, or I'm at my dad's this weekend? I don't know for how many days do I have to pack. I don't know, like books or stuff, makeup, I don't know. And it's just very confusing. And I personally don't like asking that, because if I ask my mom, like, hey mom, am I with you this weekend? And she says, no, you're with your dad. I don't know, it kind of feels like I hurt her feelings. She also looks very sad when I ask her things like that. I don't know. I really don't like that. Number 8 is it's very difficult to make plans. Sometimes I'm not even sure if I will be at my dad or my mom's in the weekend, in the coming weekend. When you want to make plans with your friends, like when you want to go on a vacation, you want to book a road trip, I don't know. You have to ask your parents, but you don't know if you have to ask your mom or your dad because you don't know yet where you will be at the moment of your vacation or your road trip or whatever. And that's just very difficult. Sometimes your parents don't even know it themselves. And when you ask like, "Hey mom, am I and then that date, am I with you?" And she's like, "I don't know. I don't know if I have to work that day. I don't know if you're here with your dad." And then you can't make plans like that very easy. Number 9, you have to switch houses, and that also really sucks because it just sucks that you have to pack your bags like every week or sometimes twice a week. And so sometimes I don't even have time to unpack my bags. I will be at my dad for like 2 days, and that's just not long enough to put energy in unpacking my bag. So I just live out of my bag for 2 complete days, and then just move back to my mom. And sometimes that's really stupid, and sometimes I forget stuff for school, and then I'm at school like, yeah, I'm sorry, I left it at my dad's. And then the teachers will be harsh and say, yeah, that's not my problem. Like, dude, I don't like that I have to move, and I don't like that I forgot it. You can be at least a little bit more understanding. But no, it's not my problem, and I don't care. You should take care of that yourself. But I don't know. It's not always my fault. The last thing about divorced parents is that sometimes your friends don't know where you are. Like when your friend asks, like, "Hey, let's go to school tomorrow together," and you're like, "No, I can't. I'm at my dad's. I'm sorry." And you know, sometimes they just don't understand that can hurt. Everything keeps reminding you the fact that your parents are divorced, and especially in the beginning, that can be very painful. So that was it for this week. I hope you liked the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, stay trash, and stay tuned.